So it was a busy day in my dorm. I was working on my term paper. Okay, so it was a slow day, and I put it off for tomorrow. The point is, I decided I needed a break from my hard work. I went to my friend Audrey's house for a much-needed cup of tea.
So you could have just waited for the tea.
The physical change was making me thirsty.
Oh, you mean the boiling water? Well, some people might think that's a chemical reaction because of the gas being released. It's just the steam.
Yeah, we know that. We had a great chemistry teacher in high school.
Well, anyway, on closer inspection, we find that this is just a physical change. A state change to be more specific.
That's right, Audrey.
Hey, you remember that friend we had?
Steven, who painted his house?
Yeah. Remember that he was convinced that he had caused a chemical reaction? You know, because of the color change.
How could I forget? We had to explain to him that a color change does not always mean there's a chemical reaction. In his case, he was just covering his walls with something and not altering them chemically.
Yep, that was just a physical change. Chemical changes are so much more fun.
Oh, that's right. Don't forget, the 5 signs of a chemical reaction are release of a gas, an odor, energy release, formation of a precipitate, or a color change. I think I smell a chemical reaction right now.
My toast!
A chemical reaction. Look, energy's being released.
Yeah, I think we should stop this chemical reaction before it causes damage.
Hold on. Notice the odor?
Yeah.
And the gas coming off. These are all signs of a chemical reaction.
I really think we should put it out now.
Oh, right. How should we do that?
Let's limit one of the reactants.
That's a great idea. There, Audrey. Now that I've cut off the air supply, what is the limiting reagent in this scenario?
Would that be oxygen?
That would be right.
I think it's out now.
Oh, right. Let's inspect the products of this reaction.
Okay, I'll put the lid away.
Hold on! We have no idea what may have formed. Safety first.
'Cause safety wasn't an issue when it was on fire. My toast.
This is incredible. The bread has completely turned black.
It used to be white. It's supposed to be nice golden brown.
Remember, Audrey, a color change is a key sign of a chemical reaction. This is likely the formation of carbon. Probably the 12th isotope mostly.
But my toast. So you said earlier something about energy being released? What kind of energy were you talking about?
There were actually 2 types of energy, Audrey. There was the light energy, which we could see with our eyes. And then there was the more deadly heat energy, which is probably over 400 degrees.
Really?
In Kelvin, anyway.
Oh.
The heat energy is what we were worried about. That's why we had to be extra careful when handling the lid.
Right. And what was the other sign of a chemical reaction?
Well, Audrey, we could tell there was a gas being released. We could see the smoke coming off. As you know, smoke is composed of tiny particles suspended in the air, mixed in with various gases, including carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. This is why we never want to inhale smoke.
Yeah, it sounds like that would be bad. So, what's the second way of telling that there was a gas?
That one was easier. We could smell it. As soon as the toast started burning, tiny bits of toast were ejected from the toaster due to effusion, then scattered about the room thanks to diffusion. We smelled it long before we actually saw the chemical reaction.
Yeah, I can still smell it. You know what? We've seen all the signs of chemical reaction, with the exception of a formation of a precipitate.
My, Audrey, you're right. Oh my god. Well, we can't leave without experiencing that as well.
Well, we could simulate it if we mixed carbon with water.
You're right. That would simulate it.
That's right, Alan. But because the carbon didn't form while it was in a solution, it doesn't actually count as a precipitate.
Exactly. If we had done a different kind of chemical reaction, there's a chance a precipitate might have formed. Then we would know we had done a chemical reaction.
Yeah, it's a shame we can't see the formation of precipitate for ourselves.
Yeah.
Regardless, I think I learned a lot that day. I was reminded of the 5 basic signs of a chemical reaction: release of a gas, an odor change, energy change, formation of a precipitate, or a color change. We experienced almost all these when Audrey burned her toast, making this a very worthwhile experiment that you can do at home. Just remember, everyone, safety first. Almost all of these were experienced in, darn it! Oh man, this is the nastiest toast.
So, if we had done a different kind of chemical reaction, it would look like this. But this technically isn't a precipitate. It doesn't actually count as a formation of precipitate.
Growing bubble. Look! Energy's being released. Wait, the lid's on.
My toast! My toast! My shoes!
My chemical reaction.
My toast! A chemical reaction!
Whoa. That's enough, I hope.
Why is it still burning?
I think we should put it out now.
Oh my.
Take the toaster away, we're done.
Oh my. Where's the lid? You gotta put the lid on it. It's not gonna do much.
But keep it on, keep it on.
Smoky.
Ow.
Oh, the wood's hot. Warm.
Oh, cool! Look at that!
Hey, maybe
so
that's a chemical
sweet.
reaction. You sure got it going well.
Look at this over
It's
here.
all my poor candle.